Hey guys, it's one of those kind of updates, semi-updates. Where are we with ankylosing spondylitis? I am dying. I don't know why it's funny. I think I will die with a smile on my face. Truly, truly. I am doubly suffering. I'm suffering more now than I was when I, for the last time, tried to find a diagnosis. This was back in November 2022 when we finally got the right people and all of that. And of course, as I keep reminding you and myself, the rheumatologist, I think, okay, the reason why I remind myself is because it's so invisible here at home. And all my friends are far away. We don't live in the same locale, and so we don't see each other. And when we do, I've got children, children who need a lot of attention. And my greatest help, which means I'm still then lonely and not talking to anyone, is a friend who comes and she plays with them. I'm so glad because I've got then supervision for them, an adult supervising and playing, which hurts because I can't play with them physically. I just can't. But at the same time, it's such a blessing when she's talking to them, playing with them, and I know they are safe and I can come and lie down, but I want and crave adult conversation. I want to hear someone telling me, I look forward to, or I wonder how the next 10 years will be. How will you be feeling? Will we need to hire you a caregiver? How will you survive? How are you managing today? How bad are you feeling today? Was it a good day? How did the children act? What are the challenges today? How's Mickey doing with vision therapy? And I can say he's actually surprisingly improved on something that I thought would take a year to improve on, and he's suddenly gotten it. I don't have that. I don't have that. And so it comes pouring out in my blog. It comes pouring out at random times. And today's hopefully not one of those times. So we did speak to the pediatrician. They've just disappeared. She's just gone. We did a Teams meeting that same week, and then she just disappeared. Whoa, folk, anyway, let me just focus on that. I ended up emailing them this week to kind of nudge them by asking if perhaps they sent the prescription to the pharmacy but didn't tell me. And that's got some life going finally. And it also reminded her to do the thing that I'm about to tell you that she suggested we do. I don't know what to make of that. Did she forget us? I don't know. But I'll check. So what happened? I told her that generally the dose we've started on of Vyvanse for my daughter, her ADHD, just in general, it's a bit low. So she said, the one thing she did say, she will write a script for a higher dose. So we'll go from 30 to 50. That's fine. The script hasn't come. Since I last shared about code red, there's been no prescription. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm going to have to follow up. Secondly, things have calmed down. Now that those hormones aren't, we're back down before the luteal phase, it's better. It's never heaven. You guys know. This is hectic. I mean, you guys know what we've been going through just normally anyway. So it's not that great. And I can actually see her. She'll take a latch hook. And let me just show you now. Where's my latch hook? There it is. She'll be sitting right in front of me. And I'm like doing her, what's it called? Box braids with wool. Yes, I'm doing that again and killing myself again. Why? Baby braid locks are not tidy looking. So for anyone looking in from the outside, the children look so untidy. Their hair's so fuzzy. Why is no one taking care of their hair? American blacks, I've said this before, they are the worst at judging someone's parenting based on how the child's hair is. Secondly, Zimbabwean blacks are second worst at also judging someone's parenting on what the child's hair looks like. I've heard it. Okay, a certain pair of Zimbabwean blacks, so I can't say that it's universal or majority. Thirdly, and of course the most importantly, my girl, who's the younger one, her hair is still baby hair. So her locks are slipping. They are not staying braided because I'm beginning with braid locks like I did with mine. And as you can see, mine are just like fully locked, fully locked. This is where we're going. But how we began doesn't look beautiful. Baby locks, unless they're twisted down with gel, are not beautiful. And it takes about 18 months for them to really lock. So it's going to be a long time until they have a proper shape, cylindrical shape of some sort. Theirs will be thicker. So there's that. It's untidy. It's fuzzy. I don't feel it's untidy. I know what it is, but it's fuzzy. It looks untidy, and most importantly, Amy. So one is slipping. So hers are so loose and soft that they won't lock because they keep getting undone. And my girl, who's got thick, dense, kinky, coily hair, she keeps fiddling with her locks. That won't help either. Manipulating and constantly touching your lock is not going to help it lock. So here I am back again. I'm tightening the lock as I go, and then I'm putting on Brazilian wool again, just so that they stop fiddling. So I've put the Brazilian wool over the lock, and then when it gets a bit old, cut it off, undo it. The lock is still going to be like that because I'm going around, braiding it as if, yeah. Anyway, point is, I'm using a latch hook to tighten the hair. But my girl will just be sitting there like this, leggings up, and then she'll just be talking to me, and she's scratching with this part of the latch hook, scratching her leg, until I tell her, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? So we still are in that, we're still struggling with that. It's a reflex, it's like a tick, one of those OCD type things, and she does it with her nails as well. Thankfully, she bites her nails, so she doesn't draw blood, but it's not good. So what the doctor said, this is what I was meant to be doing. I had said to you, I will tell you what the doctor says after our appointment. She had suggested that we go into Optima House. It's Optima Rust in Vrede, which is rest and peace. It's Afrikaans. It's in Stellenbosch. Well, they don't all speak Afrikaans, but it's a psychiatric hospital. I was taken aback. I'm just so used to the chaos, people, that I forget that it's not normal. So the plan A was I and her, she and I, Marissa and I, go into Optima House for 2 weeks admission, and she gets a full workup because, as I have been saying, and as we said when that funny psychiatrist brushed everything away, this girl does not only have ADHD, it's just too much. When I mentioned the shoplifting casually, she's like, what? Her eyes went big. So I was telling her, she takes everything. I lock up as much as I can, but some things I can't even know that she will do something with it. So I don't lock it away because I don't know that she will waste it, spoil it, do something. Hold on, like this. This is my 10-year-old. 10-year-old girls shouldn't be doing this. She took the Vicks. I don't know if you will be able to see, or I'll have to take a photo later. And for whatever reason, she just took a whole bunch of it and just smeared it on her sheet. Just because. And it's constant. I'm constantly fighting mess, waste, money wasted, things that I was meant to be eating that are no longer available for me to eat. I'm living it so much that I can't even imagine a life that isn't like that. Or another recent example, she's holding juice, sitting on the sofa, and her knee is up, her foot is on the sofa, knee up, and she just pours her juice onto her leggings. And I ask, why are you doing that? And she has no idea why. She just felt like doing it, so she did. She poured juice onto her leggings. But it shouldn't be like that. And then manipulation, lies, big time. You people, you know. So we've added all these things up. It's the ADHD, yes, but there must be more. The self-harming, but here's the thing, it's copying. mimicking what she has seen and then acting it out. Remember the time she went into the hospital? She had the headache, she had hallucinations, she was scared, somebody help her. She couldn't do a puzzle that she had been able to do. She couldn't even do the puzzle. She acted this out. But because I know she wants attention, and this is this part that breaks our hearts generally as all parents, we are giving them attention. We give them all the hugs they want. We love them to bits. But when their brain is broken, they want to just suck the life out of you so that they feel full. My children are back, and that is that story of my life.
And mommy,
Yes.
we met a puppy.
You met a puppy. I was recording about you, Amrisa, and how we've got no progress.
Look how she looks.
Oh, did Rio come and see it?
Well, you know, but she's her name is Zoe.
Oh, that's cute.
And she
See, you've got another tick. She does this a lot, and she keeps going with her throat.
No.
She's formed 2 new stims or ticks. I don't know what they are.
And you know how old she is?
6 months?
No, she's 15 years old.
15 years?
Yes, 15.
Okay,
It's a 1 and 5.
15. So she's not, she's small, but she's not a puppy. Amarissa, away from my screen. Okay. That's nice. Oh. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, for 10 minutes to reveal, and then you do chat. I'm going to pray. Okay, 10 minutes to reveal, and then pray. 10 minutes, and with reveal now, please. Yes. The manipulation and the lies, manipulative lies. So it was the time when she said she had those headaches, and I asked my son, "Are you sure she hasn't watched something that, I'm just rehashing this?" And yes, she had. My daughter said it 2 days after we were admitted into hospital, still in there, that she said, "I wonder if she's not copying a hospital docu, like those 24 hours A&E in A&E type things." A program, one of the episodes was a 9-year-old girl, she was also 9, she had I've forgotten what kind of encephalitis, not viral encephalitis, whatever encephalitis, and she had those same symptoms. And I was thinking, there we go. I just knew she was copying encephalitis symptoms, but her head it wasn't making sense. You might remember that I asked the pediatrician, should we not get a psychiatrist, because she's saying this and I don't want to ignore it and have her feel that I will ignore her, but I don't believe her. So it turned out to be true. She was just copying. And here we are again with the copying stuff she's read. And it's a dangerous way, expensive way, not outputting, a very bad way of getting the attention you want. So it's manipulative. It is extremely manipulative. So that's where we are. She discussed the manipulation, we discussed the lying, there's lots of it, the stealing, and the copying of other things. And so she said she needs a workup. They will diagnose her, they understand these kids more than other people do. Because, as I said, the psychiatrist we saw that time, she believed her when my daughter said, well, they don't treat me the same as they treat the twins. They're nicer to the twins. And the psychiatrist said, do you think it's because you're adopted and the others aren't? Instead of asking why do you think they aren't like that? And is it true that they aren't like that? And then when we tell her how it is, it wasn't like that, she didn't say, so she's an attention seeker. She didn't get that. Whereas the pediatrician immediately was like, she's an attention seeker. She bubbled when we were on the Teams call and she could have the doctor's attention. Tell her this. That's not normal. It is not. No one wants to. You shouldn't be happy to be abnormal. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. So she was thinking maybe it's PDA with autism. But so I told her I cannot do 2 full weeks with Amarissa in a psych hospital. because who's going to mother the children if I'm not there to mother them? It's just impossible. So she then said, okay, the next point, then the next option is neuropsychologist. She named the person, and she would then see the we would then see the neuropsychologist who understands these manipulative lying children and would assess her, and then we would come up with a plan, and then this person would add on extra medication, which, because during our conversation, the whole anger thing, the volatility, she had said, oh, she should, have you ever tried risperidone? She forgets that I've got so many children who are on these medications. So I told her, well, actually, we had tried it for her and Marissa, but when we went up to a dose that was, she began on a dose, right? And she was fine. But when we went up a dose, she then did all those weird, she reacted badly. So she said, how about things like Abilify? So I said, yeah, I know that one. My other daughter was meant to go on it, but she can't swallow tablets and it's only in tablet form. So now that's fallen out by the wayside too. So we still have the anger. It's not like when the hormones go, the anger completely goes. She's still irritable. It's puberty. She's still very volatile and snippy and snappy and just bad to everyone in a way that teenagers aren't. Teenagers are more like, oh, there's dad, Yes, they do fight with their siblings. I've seen it on TV. I've never lived it. I never was like that. My older two were never like that. But, wow. But she's gone. She hasn't told me the name of this neuropsychologist. She hasn't said anything since then. And she hasn't done the prescription for the higher dose of ADHD medicine. So really, we're kind of at a standstill right now. Except I guess I can look for my own neuropsychologist. I don't know how many we have, and begin the process on my own. That's what I guess I will have to do. But I'm sending my other child to the educational psychologist this month and next month, our 5-year-old turning 6, for her proper official diagnostic workup. So there's a lot going on, people, and it's all on my shoulders. And it's hard. It's really hard. And that is why I cannot go and be gone for 2 weeks, because who else will do all this other stuff? No one. If my husband can't even drive me to trauma, to emergency, because he doesn't want to be late for work, he's not going to say, I need to take care of my children for 2 weeks while my wife takes care of our daughter. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah. And I did bring it up. It wasn't even an option. So it's not like I'm just imagining that it wouldn't happen. I know. I've lived this for 22 years, married, 26 years in total. So, yeah, that's how it is. That's how we are. Somewhere, but nowhere really, in terms of getting my daughter the help she needs for the next time this happens. And that's worrying. It's worrying because how will I handle it? I'm not sure. So the referral letter, finally, as I said earlier on, I think I prodded them into doing it, and they got the prescription and the referral letter to the neuropsychologist, and seeing it written in bold, it's all the symptoms, the lying, the manipulation, all of that. It's hectic. The self-harming, the making dangerous decisions when it's PMS time. It's bad, people. It's really bad. And she truly believes that there's more than just ADHD, which, as you know, I've said before. So what she in her email, in her letter, included, could it be one of the impulse disorders? That can be stuff like conduct disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. Those are big things that a friend of mine and I did wonder about. Or it could be a mood disorder. Again, very possible. Or could be both. I don't know. So that's where we're going now. I don't know when we will actually see her, because I hear she's fully booked and busy. But that's the next goal. And this is how we're doing it in South Africa. This is how we're doing it in getting deeper and deeper diagnoses and tests and assessments. This is the way. Pediatrician, referral to a neuropsychologist, and hope for the best. Take care, people. That was the update. As for me and ankylosing spondylitis, We don't know what's going on with me. I'm swollen still, calf and foot. I did a scan. It's not a clot, but it's something. I still have a painful ulcer on my leg as well. So there's something going wrong with me. And so at the moment, the doctor has put me on 4 prednisones once in the morning, and 120 milligrams of arcoxia. That is a lot. Etarocoxib. It is a lot. It's a very high dose. And we'll see after 5 days and decide what the next step is and what else to test and what's going on. Because swollen calf is not normal. Not the part that isn't the bone. Anyway, folk, take care. That was a mismatch. Because everyone's now here and talking and busy, my brain can't really focus on where I'd wanted to go and which direction I'd wanted to take. School is still cool. For real? For real? I thought she was using your tablet.
No, she got it. And also, it's Mickey's.
Which tablet is Rio using?
Mine. So I also someone asking to send before.
Which tablet is Rio using, Nelo? She's using this one?
Yes.
So then why are you lying and saying you're signing in for Rio?
No, I mean,
Mikaya, why are you lying and telling me that you are signed this is for Rio? No. Why did you say that?
I didn't say that.
Mikaya, it's on video. You said, please sign in for Rio. This is what I deal with every single day, people.
They make you lie.
Yes.
Oops.
And I even asked him, but isn't she using your tablet?
Yes.
So, no. You must. No. You came in here holding that one for you and said, please can you sign in for Rio? And I said, for Rio on this one. And you said, what did you say? Yes. And I said, isn't Rio using your tablet? Yes. So, Mikaya, you can go.
Okay.
Never lie to me ever again.
Sorry, video.
That's an impossibility, and it comes with fetal alcohol syndrome, which the people have wondered about. So who knows?
I think Mickey needs a lesson.
You think Mickey needs a lesson so it doesn't lie ever again?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes you always lie.
Sometimes you always lie. She said so. So you can't promise me you won't. I'm disappointed in you. Really disappointed.
Sorry.
Because you didn't even have to lie. There was no reason to say it's for real. I've said a lot in the past about educating my teens and how we finished finished high school. And I've spoken a lot about how we have, shifted things around for my middle two. So now I've just got my 5-year-old. She's the newest member of my homeschooling clan. And it is so creepy, crazy, nice. I went to wake her up. She had woken up this morning at around 6 o'clock, and she came to tell me that she'd peed herself and the bed. So I went to go and change her sheet, and I tried to tell her to sleep, sleep, sleep. I gave her some of her sister's pureed vegetables and her antipsychotic, and she slept. She actually slept. So when I went to go wake her up at around 7:45, she woke up and got this big smile on her face. I've never seen a child wake up and then just smile like she always does. And she told me that she had a lovely dream. The lovely dream was that she was having a maths party and there was even multiplication. Like, what? She loves school. She will walk to a school desk and say, I love school. I love school. And then she sings her songs, her words when she's reading. It is so odd. It took my 10-year-old, ages to love school. She really likes it now. She does. Mom, aren't you happy I like school now? Granted, she's like probably 3 grades behind if I were to look at her actual age. So it's very easy stuff. But I'm just blown away by how much this girl loves her schoolwork.
Plants come from the seed I asked.
Can you speak in South African? Read it again. Plants.
Can plants.
Plants.
Can plants. Can plants. We can't. Can plants come from little seeds?
Little.
Little.
Funny.
Little.
I what?
Ask.
You what?
Ask.
Yes, I ask. Say that again. One day
Go to America to be an American girl.
you go to America to be an American girl.
Yes.
Awesome. It's fun. It's cool. And they've all done cool things this week. They made Play-Doh. Imagine they wrote a shopping list. My 10-year-old wrote the list and they made Play-Doh. It's actually quite beautiful and cool, and they kept changing things around to get the right consistency. And as you can see, it just said 2 packs. I don't know how big these packs are meant to be. So I've got 1 kilograms of flour, and it worked, people. It worked. When they are looking at these videos that I download for them, they're actually remembering, because they don't write it down, they just listen and then they put it into practice. I'm enjoying that aspect, and as I've shared on my in my private world, I love the way they love music. This song is a Shona song, and I had to ask someone to not delete it, translate it for me. And it's just so cute how they love it. They love it as much as I do. I love parenting. I love parenting. And it's not a typical child song, especially for children who are all like intellectual age 5, 6, all of them. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was my son. As you guys all know, he might have fetal alcohol syndrome, he does have autism, he does have ADHD, he does have intellectual development impairment, disability, delay, and many other things that are all wrong. He was not making sense at all, and I couldn't understand what he was asking me. We finally kind of got to him finding the right wording and sentence structure. And he said, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like I think like a baby. And I told him that's exactly it. You're 10, but your brain isn't 10 years old, Mickey. So that's why we're struggling with you. Your brain doesn't want to be 10 years old. It's much, much younger. So it's not your fault. You are like a child, like a baby. But babies don't talk, and babies don't have large vocabularies. And that's what makes it harder, because he might as well be crying sometimes. It doesn't make sense. He's got the words, but the words are the wrong words, or in the wrong order, or yes. But I loved that at that moment where he got it, and he actually realized, no way, I'm like a child. I'm not thinking the way a 10-year-old boy would think. I found that interesting. And my big girl, my sweet Eleora, she's also been doing well, really well. Independent, have friends, all the things people said wouldn't happen because she's all sheltered and homeschooled. She's happy. She's thriving. She's got a girl gang that she hangs out with. They're all living in their own, yeah, they're mature. Children have matured much faster these days than when I was their age. And then the other random thing was my one red bell pepper. They came asking for it, banging on the door when I was using the toilet, and they wanted the red bell pepper. They asked for a taste. Can we please taste your red pepper? This is what they meant by the word taste. I love it. I'm, I'm just basking in happiness. I love happiness. I pray that spiritually they all grow and mature and love God as much as I love happiness. Okay, more. I loved this. She was not that heavy, surprisingly. And hi, Frida. Again, as you asked, no, thankfully my back, it didn't hurt too much after this. See you later, guys. Bye.